It is no doubt that the country is in dire need of infrastructural developments, but when the government answers to these calls, then arises a question of the attitude of the public towards maintaining these infrastructure. This community report tonight takes a look at the attitude and the resultant effect of some Edo State residents at Upper Mission area of Benin City who have converted the storm water drain built by the state government as quick fix to the problem of refuse disposal.
Now you're talking.
This is Irekpolo Avenue off Ewa Road at the Upper Mission area of Benin City, the Edo State capital. This street and other roads in these parts were once plagued by flooding, but were rescued when the state government constructed this canal to channel flood away from the area.
How we did not do that much this side, even some houses for F4 don't collapse.
There was a day it's even the drainage, when the water was falling and a kid has to get into this gutter and he lost his life in the process when there was rain falling. But by His grace, during the help of the current governor Adams Oshomole, as you can see what is happening now, so the water can flow truly.
But the waterway has now become a refuse dump, as residents of these streets find it easy to dump their waste, including sewage, in it, believing the water currents will help dispose of the rubbish.
We are wicked to ourselves. And every day you see them crying, government, 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 government. This is taxpayers' money. They are destroying. How long are we going to be destroying things that are supposed to give us succor?
Most times it's not our fault, those living close to this moat. Sometimes it comes all the way down from upstairs and maybe front or those.
Now those way they surrounding. Now you can't down. Mostly at times food just come out. We see they see don't full everywhere.
The state's waste management board remains in existence. However, waste collectors complain of low patronage, as the people here are said to have found the canal and refuse burning better waste disposal options.
If you go to my office now, you find out that most of my bills that I share to my customers, they've not been responding. Seriously, they prefer to dump them inside their houses, and they prefer to give the cat boys. And at the end of the day, the cat boys, they don't take it to where they are supposed to dump it.
The canal itself is beginning to fail because of these activities. Down the hill is this abattoir. The waste generated here goes to the channel and from there to the nearby Kuba River against environmental safety regulations.
If you have a river that is close to the city like where we are right now, you will agree with me that having an abattoir here and not controlling the waste from the abattoir can cause epidemic, because some people rely on this water as their source of living, cooking with it, coming to bathe inside. If you go to the other side of the Kuba River now, you see people inside the river taking their bath and all that, fetching water from it. What happens to them? An abattoir is supposed to have a septic tank whereby the waste, the meat goes inside, and when it gets filled up, you deseat, you evacuate. Simple.
Commissioner for Environment at Edo State, Clem Agba, says attempts at sensitization have fallen on deaf ears.
I think that this is just not a problem that is limited to Benin City alone. It's a problem we encounter in the entire state. And it's a Nigerian problem, maybe also a West African problem. From time to time, either myself or members of our team do outreach programs on radio, on TV, trying to educate our people on the need to properly dispose of their waste. I think that the responsibility goes beyond government. It should be a responsibility for one and all.
For Geso community downstream, the effect of the silt is readily seen as the groundwater has risen, forming streams which have sent people from their homes. Many a disease is attributed to unclean surroundings, as the refuse dumped in the canal is not pushed far away from the residential areas. The people may need to adopt better waste disposal methods or keep exposing themselves and their neighbors to the dangers in living with refuse.
Now to the arts. Sweet Mother is Carl Ohiri's first solo exhibition in Nigeria. This photographer lets the viewer into his world of love, identity and culture, captured in over 20 images. On Art Review tonight, it tells us the inspiration behind the works of art, which is a lesson in patience.
It's a journey that has taken years for all these images to be assembled by Carl Ohiri, who lets the public into his world, which has seen some ups and downs. Through it all, there is a figure that has been a pillar, supporting him in the trying moments and cheering him on to victory. His mother is that source of strength, captured in over 20 images.
I wanted to really look at motherhood, what it means to be a mother, what it is like to have that unconditional mother's love, and what it feels like when you lose that love.
The camera is the instrument used to play out the virtues of a selfless and good mother. We see her in different angles doing all sorts of things, from cooking to other chores. In another corner, she's just being herself, glamming up or trying to catch her breath. Is a mother's work ever done? The artist doesn't think so, and that's why there is a need to celebrate her, thank her, and appreciate her. It can never be too much.
These works are from a series called Memories of You, which is a 2014 series. And what happened was, after my mum passed away, we went, there was all of her belongings. Some of those belongings, like the medicine, we made Medicine Man with. But the day-to-day belongings, the clothes, all these things were in the house. Now, I was still going through a period of mourning. I was now back at the home that we stayed in, the family home, looking through all of my mum's belongings. And I just had so many memories of my mum, you know, that kept coming to me. Memories of her cooking, memories of her, you know, just watching TV, memories, all these memories. But unfortunately for me, I didn't ever snap those memories because they're so boring.
For the artist, this show took a lot out of him, because it's a big part of him. An open invitation for viewers to step into his space and see how he relates to this Amazon who brought him into the world.
Although there's many of the works that talk about the love and the memories that people share with their parents, in particular myself, Medicine Man for me deals with when I lost my mum. What I started to do then is to take comfort in a creation that I had in my mind, which was of the Medicine Man. You know, that being, spiritual being, was created as a comfort mechanism. I created that being with the leftover medication that belonged to my mother that was keeping her alive. Me and my partner used that medication to act as a part of closure.
The images are not just about telling a personal story. It is used to teach a lesson. In a world where there is so much hate which is expressed in violence, a mother's love can make all the difference, as charity begins at home, and the artist believes in the words of the good book that if one trains up a child in the way he should go, when he's old, he will not depart from it. Sweet Mother is Carl's first solo show in Nigeria, and brings together a collection of autobiographical works which reminds a lot of music lovers about the 70s popular tune by Prince Nico Mbaga, which has become a Nigerian anthem used to celebrate motherhood.
Still ahead on the news at 10, world number 1 Novak Djokovic wins his first French Open title at Roland Garros. We'll talk more about that in sports news. Stay with us.